because he wanted to lose a lot of weight, and he did lose. He lost a crazy amount of weight. How much he lost now? 40 kilos.
40.
That's like
41.
half of me, by the way.
Rough. He rolled under one punch, and he let out one scream, and he just I was like, I didn't know what to do. I would say this was 5 days before Soccer Aid.
Wow.
That's
the biggest thing of his life as well.
Bro, Soccer Aid completely changed everything.
Yeah, it did. Obviously, don't just train me and Chunks. You also train Darkest now.
Yeah.
You train Nico.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's the differences between all of us? I want to give you something.
Yeah.
I want to give you something because, like I said, I do credit everything to you, and I'm like, the reason I'm playing so well and the reason I'm enjoying my football, the reason I'm enjoying everything, the reason I'm getting all this credit is because you've been training me. Hello and welcome to the SDS podcast. The place where I interview the most fascinating people in the sports world, whether they be the athletes themselves or people who are just involved in sports anyway how. I'm here to find out fascinating stories and interesting people. And today I've got with me, KGD. Welcome.
Round of applause, man.
Welcome.
Clap it up.
Listen. Welcome, bro.
Listen, I'm very, very nervous. I'm on a big show today.
Yeah. Why have you got sunglasses on indoors?
No, because people have to understand this is the big show, so I have to be ready. This is a big moment. This is Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow.
This is Chopra.
Wow.
This is Chopra, man. It's not SDS, it's Chopra.
Wow. Guys, let's make that a thing. Chopra. It's the new show. Welcome to Chopra.
Thank you very much.
KGD, obviously, his name's Kyle, so I'm going to refer him to Kyle sometimes, KGD. Just don't get confused. I'm talking about the same person. This is big, man.
Very, very big.
This is big. This kind of came out of nowhere, isn't it?
This is a big moment for me.
Isn't it?
Big moment for me.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Oh.
I've done some research, as you can see.
That is full pages. There's a lot of writing in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna cover it all, but it's just there just in case. You know, so we're probably gonna get lost in the conversation because Kyle isn't just like a random guest. He's actually a very, very close friend of mine. We've grown to become a lot closer in the last. We've met like a year ago, just over a year ago, but properly got really, really close over the last 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely 6 months.
So this is just going to be two friends having a chat. So enjoy, guys. If you're listening in the audio, if you're watching on YouTube, enjoy. Carl.
Yes, my friend.
Let's start off with you growing up. Yeah. Let's start to like the beginning of your life.
Okay.
When did you know you were good at sports? Because you're like kind of ripped, bro. Yeah, man, you're kind of ripped.
The side chest, man.
Yeah, man, you look kind of good.
Well. Yeah,
you look kind of good. Have you always been into sports?
Since I can remember, I've always been active. My main sport was always basketball.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I was so skinny growing up. I never thought I could grow as much and be as big as I could now.
Do you have any pictures? I'm going to put it on the screen.
I should have pictures. But I'll put up. People will not believe how skinny I was. Yeah. But yeah, since I can remember, football, basketball, I love boxing, all sports. I was always...
Wait, football?
Listen, I got accolades, man.
Listen, I've heard a rumor that you've got one appearance for Brent.
Bro.
That's big, by the way.
No trial, no training.
For football. By the way, this guy... Apparently he's not that good at football. He's a basketball player. But how have you got an appearance for Brent in football?
Bro, people need to respect my accolades as a sportsman.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not. You need to go through the story.
Please, let's go straight into that story. I want to hear it because I've known Kyle, like I said, for over a year. He's a very, very good basketball player. I've never seen him play football, but I just assume he's not that good. But he's played for Brent. Now, how?
Yeah. So all right, long time ago. This was, I say, 2009.
Yeah. So
I wasn't even in my prime yet.
Crazy.
I had a few friends that played for Brent. That day I just happened to have boots on me. I don't know why I had boots on me. I had boots on me that day. My boy went to play. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna come and watch him. Obviously, back then I knew the coach because his the football coach was our coach in primary school.
Okay.
So he knew me. Obviously, he knew he was an athlete.
Yeah.
He knew about the stature, the pace, the power.
There we go.
The football IQ.
Natural athlete.
And there was a man down that day. There was a man down. And I got the call up. He said, KGD, I've seen you play. I know the quality that you have.
Wow.
We need you today.
Wow.
And I got the appearance.
And then you've got one appearance.
Yeah.
So how comes it ended that one?
I said, all I need is one. A lot of man from Brent never played for Brent.
Yeah. I grew up in Brent. I never played for Brent.
And he said, come back to the training. Went to a couple of training sessions. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, this is enough for me. I can live on this.
Yeah.
This is a good accolade.
Yeah, some big names. Raheem Sterling's played for Brent. Jordan Brown, which you went to school. Loads of professional footballers have played for Brent, and Kyle is in that list.
Got one cap.
But But your main sport was basketball.
Yes.
Apparently you're very good.
It's not apparently.
No, I've seen you, but I've not seen you in your prime.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were playing basketball, what kind of basketball player were you? Were you like the main man on that team? Were you always a superstar? Were you just another player?
So when you play in high school, I was always the main player.
Yeah.
When I played for my team, I was one of the main players.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's a lot of big time players back then. People that played for England, for London. But I was definitely a key contributor to the team, which is good.
I mean, I've heard stories, like I said, I've done my research, so it's good. No, but obviously because you're here because of your brand, KGDProgram, you're a personal trainer, you train all of us. But we'll get into all of that later. That's the reason I'm trying to get into your background, because I want to see the mentality, because this mentality of you being a natural coach or being like someone that's really, really hard on stuff, it was always there. Because I spoke to Ilyas, who is a mutual friend of ours. You grew up with him. You went to school together. And can you confirm if this story is true? He told me that after school, you used to stay back and in the basketball court and stay until you'd made 100 free throws. Yeah. I don't know what else you do, but etc. Like loads of stuff. Yeah. Is that true?
100%. It's fact.
That's mad. So you wouldn't go home until you made all those shots?
Had to.
Why is that?
So for me, it's if I'm going to do anything in life, I want to do it right. Okay. And for me, a big thing, like I was always taught, is if you're gonna do something, just give it 100%. Let's say I gave it 100% and I never made it. Yep. But when I look back, I can say, Carl, you put your all into it. Yeah. I put everything into it. Yep. And so then I can just sit back and say, do you know what? You just didn't get your moment. And for me, I can live with that. Instead of me giving it, half-assing it, missing training sessions, training half-hearted, and me not making it, then that would eat me up inside. Because imagine I'm looking back now thinking, if I just gave 100%, I could have been there. Yeah. And that's always in the back of my mind. I'd rather just live on, Carl, you went all in. You gave it your all for a numerous amount of years, and it didn't happen for you. And that's all right. You move on. You go on to the next thing. I learned a lot of things about myself, about life through basketball, which I'm always grateful for. And if it wasn't for basketball, I don't think I would be the man I am today, and I wouldn't have known and learned so many lessons. So I'm happy I went all out and gave it 100%.
Did you? How did it all end with basketball? Did you not?
So the dream for everyone, I think for every athlete, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, is you want to go pro. You want to go big time. So you don't want to. No one starts a sport and says, I'll settle for League 2. Yeah, of course. You don't start football and be like, you know what, Championship will be all right. League 1 will be all right. Everyone wants the main stage. So when I was really young, it was NBA. But then I think my mum always pushed education for me. So for me, my main goal was, you know what, let me just get to college. Let me get to university in America. If I don't make it, so be it. But that was my main goal. I just always wanted to try and go get a scholarship, do 4 years in university, and that was it. Obviously, it never happened. I ended up doing 4 years in England and doing university here. But either way, it was like I said, I was always grateful for it, man.
So when basketball ended, actually let's stay in school. Let's stay in school for now, because I've got a few things I want to ask about school. Is it also true that you had a curfew at times? So you had basketball games after school?
I'm not research, bro.
Not research.
Too much research.
So another thing I heard was, obviously, like I said, you were the main player in your school.
Yeah.
I heard you had to be home at a certain time every day, right?
This guy knows too much. He's too good at his job. This is what I said a show for. This is a big show. This is information that no one knows except for him and maybe one or two other people.
So you had to be home at a certain time every day. And there's obviously basketball matches after school.
Yeah.
So you couldn't play the full game.
Nah.
So you'd play a quarter, a half.
I normally play 2 quarters.
So a half in general.
Leave at half time. Get home. My curfew was 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So that was my curfew. Really, it was 4:45.
Yeah.
But 15 minutes, my mom's not going to kill me for 15 minutes.
5 p.m.
So I used to tell the coach at the time, my mom doesn't play games.
Yep.
Don't try to make the tip off at 4 p.m.
Yeah, of course.
Make it at 3:30.
Yeah.
I can play an hour. I can get home in half an hour.
Yeah.
Because luckily, my school was in Kenton. I lived in North Wembley. I could jump on 204 quick
straight
and just run from East Lane to my house.
Quick.
So normally what would happen, we had a couple of decent guys, but no one that played at my level.
Yeah.
So I would just go off. I'll have like 30 points at the half.
Crazy.
We'll be up by like, let's say 30, 25 points, whatever, I would leave. I'm like, this is enough of a cushion. You guys do not mess it up. I don't want to see no losses. And then I would come back to school next day. All right, did we win? Yeah. How much by? 5 points.
Flipping.
So I'm like, all right.
Just about.
Just enough.
You left them with like a 20, 30 point lead, and they just about scrape a win.
Just enough.
Jeez, man. and you were doing that all the. That's mad to me. Like, that's like one of them stories that you don't hear much. Like, someone literally plays half and has to go home.
Yeah.
Staying in school as well. You mentioned this to me, and I remember you mentioned this to me. In my head, I was like, yeah, I need the world to hear this because. I don't see you as someone who holds on to things, but there's one thing.
I feel like I know where this is
There's
going.
one thing that you seem to like hold on to till today. I mean, we left school, guys, in 2012. Like, we finished school in 2012.
I know where this is going.
It's 2021 now, so like most people just forgot about school stuff. There's one thing that Cal's still holding on to, and it burns him every single day. Is it called a sports scholar?
No, I was a sports scholar. It was Sportsman of the Year.
Sportsman of the Year. So can you tell the story about the Sportsman of the Year, please, Cal?
This is triggering right now.
Please. I remember when you told it to me. I could see the emotion in your face.
I don't know who listens to this. I know a lot of people listen to this. It's the big show. But if you happen to go to Claremont High School, whether it was back in the day, whether it was when I was there, or if you go there now, you can go to the main assembly hall and you will see the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year. So it's about 5 wooden plaques. And it ranges from like 1960s to now. And each year, the best sportsmen and the best sportswomen of each year, they get picked. They get their name engraved
on the wall.
What sport they played and what year they got chosen. So there's athletes, a lot of guys like Zach Evenden, I don't know if you know him. Tennis guy. There's a girl called Yolanda who was an amazing sprinter at the time. There's a lot of people on that list. So that for me, that was an amazing thing because that's like a legacy thing.
Of course, it's going to be there forever.
I can go back to Claremont in 25 years and I just going that assembly hall and like, wow, I did it, man.
And your name was there.
Kyle Graham Davis.
Mad.
It was supposed to be 2010 or 2011. I would have been there. So I got snubbed.
You got snubbed.
I got snubbed, and this wasn't just once. I was in high school from 2007 to 2012. That's 5 years. I got snubbed every year, every single year. I'm averaging 30 points a game. We won the Brent championships. We won everything. And I managed to get snubbed. And bear in mind, in our year, they never won anything. They didn't win in football. They didn't win in rugby. They won in cricket. Nothing else. So it should go to me. Rightfully so. We won.
You could tell he's burning.
We won.
He's reliving it all.
This is triggering. Okay. So every year I'm expecting to hear my name. 2009. So it happens from 2009 to 2011. 2009, they gave it to someone. I can't even remember who they gave it to. They shouldn't have given it to them. I was like, fair enough. 1 year. That's all right. Cool. 2010 now. My name's not there. I'm like, okay. That's not right. Fair enough, whatever. Every time, bear in mind, every time someone gets it, that's not me. They say the name. And the Sportsman of the Year is, they say the name, 500 eyes. Just look at me.
Like, what?
And I'm just like,
everyone genuinely believes you should have won.
Every year. So now, 2011, this is my year 11, my last year.
The last time you can win it.
My last year, I'm thinking, all right, Carl, this is the big moment for you. I even went like that.
Them ones,
I came off.
Them ones.
So I'm expecting to hear my name getting called up. And I'm not even going to say the guy's name who got called. But the reason they gave it to him, they changed the whole rules not to give it to me. That's why I said there's the agenda. This guy got it because he played multiple sports. Elite at none. He won nothing that year. But they gave it to him.
He was part of the two teams.
He was part of the football team, the cricket team, and I think that's it. So in my head, I'm thinking, hold on. Now they've changed the whole criteria. And again, I never got chosen.
You never got it.
So I looked back and I said, my kids will never go to this school.
Oh, wow.
Never. No one that has my surname is allowed to go back to Claremont High School. If in 10 years, God willing, I'm doing very well in life. If Claremont call me and say, Carl, we'd like you to come and speak at our school, I'm going to tell them, until my name is on that wall, you guys don't even mention my name. My name, and I want, if they call me in 2030, I want them to put on the wall, Kyle Graham Davis, basketball 2010. That's what I want. I want it for when I was rightfully deserving of that.
Wow.
That's how much it hurts me. To
So
this
you
day.
never gonna let go of it.
Bro, it's been 10 years. I'm still thinking about it.
Wow. You guys can hear the emotion.
I'm still thinking about it.
That is mad. I mean, as I spoke to Elias, he did also say you deserved it.
Come on, man.
But that's mad. Like all those years, you never got it there once.
Bro, there's a thing called sports scholars as well.
Yeah.
I was the first one in my year to be a sports scholar. I was like the youngest sports scholar because I was that good of a level at basketball that they chose me. I got chosen in like year 8.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, every other sports scholar was in like year 10, year 9, year 10, year 11. I was the only one that was picked for basketball as well.
Yeah.
And still, it's agendas. It's a crazy world we live in.
I know, man. I'm upset for you.
It's a crazy world.
I'm upset. I mean, hopefully they like fix that mistake.
They need to.
A mistake.
Mr. Malloy,
Wow.
Claremont High School.
Wow.
No, it's called Claremont Academy Trust now.
Oh, is it?
I need my name on that wall.
If you want his kids to come to your school, that's what you need to do. Well, that's that story. I really wanted to bring that out. I wanted people to hear it because I remember he told me, and it's the same amount of emotion he's told me now. But so moving on from school, did you know when you left school or high school, did you know you were going to get into carrying on doing sports, studying sports?
No.
You didn't. So what's the story behind that?
So my mom is a very academic woman.
Yep.
My family as well. So her whole thing was, you do sports, so don't pick subjects as sports.
Yep.
So even in year 11, I never did GCSE PE. I did triple science and history because she was like, you do sports. You've already dedicated your life outside of school.
Yeah.
So when you're inside of school, it's all about academics. Obviously I done finished high school, got my GCSEs, go to sixth form now. And I picked economics, music technology, because I can play the piano,
nice.
and business. Bear in mind, this is nothing. I didn't want to do any of these. But I'm always thinking, all right, what's your mom thinking? What's your mom thinking?
Of course.
Pick that. So I did 1 year. It didn't even get to 1 year. It was about 4 months. I said, I could not see myself even in these classes for the rest of the year.
Any of them,
So I went up to my teacher. I said, listen, I'll be honest with you guys. This isn't for me. I'll still come to the classes. I'll do the work. I don't really care about the grade because at the end of the year, I'm leaving. That was like, you know what, Carl, I respect it.
Yep.
That's no problem. Everyone's path's different. That's fine. So I ended up going to college and I did what did I do? I did sports and exercise science, but an extended course. And this is kind of where it placed me for where I am today. So straight off, so imagine I've done high school, 1 year of sixth form. Now it's gone straight into 2 years of college. So really, I'm already 1 year behind.
Yeah, I did a similar thing. Exact same thing.
So I'm already a year behind. So there's already a little bit of pressure. But I'm like, do you know what? It's only a year. So I do sports science. In that course, I never knew there was personal training and fitness instructing. So like twice a week at the end of college, we go for an hour. We fill out some booklets, do some stuff. And then after the 2 years,
were you working out at that point? Like, were you a gym guy at that point?
Yeah, I was going gym, but on and off. On and off. I wasn't really...
still pretty skinny?
Yeah, I was still slim. Remember, I just finished playing basketball. I left basketball, so I'm going gym now and again. I was all right, but still slim. Nothing. The shirt wasn't filled like it is now.
It was still baggy.
Yeah, there's a bit... If it was about 15 degrees.
I'm 25 and my shirts are still baggy, but yeah, go on.
So it was about 15 degrees, and there's a strong gust of wind. It's flapping. So there's not really any muscle there. So I did the 2 years there. Now after that, I'm thinking, I just in 3 years of education, I need a break. I can't go straight into uni. But in my head, I'm thinking, damn, I'm not going to uni. So now if I have a gap year, after doing a year of sixth form, I'm 2 years behind everyone now. I said, you know what? I don't care. Everyone has a journey. Everyone's timing is their time.
Facts.
And that year is when I really went hardcore in the gym. So every day I'm just lifting. I'm playing about with my friends. I'm working a little bit with my stepdad. Just that's my life. Just gym, work, and just chilling with my friends. And then that's when I blew up. I got to like 90 kg, just an animal. And then after that, then I went to uni.
Okay. And then at uni, then you can continue to study the same thing. That's when you started to go, cool, this is the road I'm going down. And you did specifically, obviously sports, but personal training side of it, right?
So I did sports and exercise rehabilitation.
Okay.
So it's more in the sports injury side. But bear in mind, I already had the personal training qualification. And we have to do another course to like boost it during uni. So then I did that for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I came out. Then graduated, thank God.
Amazing.
During COVID as well, which is crazy.
Yeah. I remember because by your when you almost finished is when we met.
Yeah.
And I remember it was around the time when the Michael Jordan documentary came out. You had to do your dissertation.
Yeah.
You squeezed that in, right? I remember.
So this was my life at the point. So Michael Jordan, The Last Dance, just released. So what I would do is I left my dissertation very, very late.
Yeah.
Like we all do, like a lot of students do. I left it down to maybe the last week.
Yeah.
So at that time, I think 10 episodes got released of The Last Dance.
Yeah.
So I would literally I'd wake up early, watch 2 episodes of The Last Dance, go straight into my room and just write my dissertation for about 7 hours, go to sleep, wake up again. Did that for 1 week straight.
Same routine, yeah.
1 week. So Michael Jordan was here with me.
Yeah.
He was motivating me.
Yeah, he was doing dissertation.
Oh yeah, no, he was right next to me. I was in his jersey, everything. I was locked in.
Amazing.
Locked in.
Amazing. That's amazing. But cool, so you finished uni, all that stuff. And obviously then you'd met us. Obviously we met through Ilyas and stuff like that. I think you knew Chunks kind of before, right?
Yeah.
But you never obviously had personal trainer qualification.
Yeah.
But you never had a client ever, right?
Never.
This was mad. Your first client was Chunks.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
That's your first ever client.
Crazy.
What's that like? Because obviously everyone knows he was massively overweight, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like an experience for someone that, because he wanted to lose a lot of weight and he did lose. He lost a crazy amount of weight. How much he lost now? 40 kilos.
40.
That's like
41?
half of me, by the way.
Around 41
so he's lost that in like just over a year.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. What's that like for someone who's never had a client before? Do you know what I mean?
I'll be honest. It was look, with me, I always believe in myself. Yeah. With me, I'm always high confidence. So. I think I'm quite humble, not cocky, but very confident. So I always believe in myself, no matter what I do. And he came up to me. I think we trained like once or twice, not really anything crazy, just a little bit of gym work. Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, bro, I want to lose weight. I want to train.
Yeah.
Can you train me?"
What was the exact conversation? Do you remember?
Yeah, literally. So we trained.
Just a casual, I want to train, or was it like he poured his heart and soul out to you? Because I kind of wish it was like a romantic story where he like poured his heart and soul out to you, guys hugged, you cried together, and you're like, yeah, let's do this.
But there's a story why it wasn't dramatic. Yeah, but we'll get into that. Okay, so, like I said, we trained like once or twice, nothing crazy, no weight loss stuff, just a bit of like bench, bit of arms. Trained twice, and then he was like, "Yo, I'd like you to train me. We can work it out. Let's figure out like times and stuff like that." And I was like, "Cool." I didn't really know if it was serious.
Yeah, of course.
And then. I could show you the message. Yeah. I think a week went by. Yeah. And Ilyas messaged me and he's like, "Yo, Amin said, what are you doing? You're not serious. He's ready to train." So this was on a Sunday night. Yeah. I said, "Cool, give me his number. We're starting tomorrow."
Crazy.
So this was, I think, July 14th, around that date. And I remember the first ever workout we did, I was like, we'll start off light. We'll just do a little 1K jog. Yeah. Nothing crazy. 1K, I think, for anyone is all right. But in my head, I forget he was really unfit and overweight. And literally, we got maybe to 300 meters. So barely a run. Yeah, of course. And he was done. Like I had to carry him back almost to the house. Mad. And from then, I was like, damn, I was nervous. I was like, this is my first ever client. Yeah. First session is 10 minutes
and he's like not just any client. Like he's a massive, like
first session
big name.
And his back's killing him. He's saying he can't breathe. Yeah. I said, I've lost a job. I'm done. Yeah. But literally, he went back to the house. I was expecting to never hear back from him again. Yeah. And the next morning, he's like, "Yo, when you're ready, let's go." And ever since that day, I said, you know what? He's locked in. And we haven't stopped for a year straight.
At all.
We have 5 sessions a week, 2 rest days. And we've just gone on. And like it's so funny because I think at the time, I didn't realize what it was. Like, to have him as a client, or my first ever client, which is even crazier because remember, before I met you guys, I was so far removed from like social media,
of course.
YouTube. Like, it's funny because people
Your
look
Instagram,
at me now.
I don't think I had a post for like 3 years or 2 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I remember when I met you, we started to get to know each other, and obviously naturally, I'm like, oh, we follow each other. I followed him, and I'm like, this guy hasn't posted in like 2 years. I'm wasting a follow. Like, I'm following this guy, bro. Yeah. But yeah, you were not like, the social media stuff wasn't you at all.
So far removed. I was so far from social media that like I knew who you guys were,
Cool, yeah.
but I never knew the level and like how big you were in UK YouTube scene. So it was just like, to me, it's just another person. And
Yeah,
I think
course.
that helps as well, because
massively.
I just treated you guys like normal people. And I think that's why we just hit it off straight away, because I wasn't asking for stuff. I wasn't fanboying every second. Every conversation we ever had was always genuine.
Yeah, 100%.
And like everything, it kind of starts off as a client, like business, and then now me and Chunks, we're family, we're brothers. Like, it's a genuine relationship, which I'm very, very grateful for.
Yeah, you're like family now, you said, right?
Yeah. I think I'm like that with all of you guys now. I'm just like a part of everyone's just life now.
100%. You can't get rid of you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't get rid of us.
I'm too ingrained with everyone now.
Don't try to disappear on us. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Don't try and disappear on us.
Nah, never.
So obviously Chunks is a bit first client. Like you said, like even when you started, did you think it'll be long term? With him.
So for me, like I said, I'm always 100%. Like, if someone starts with me, we gotta finish. We have to, whatever your goal is.
Yeah.
I have to reach that before.
Yeah, I believe that. Of course, I believe that now. But that was your first client.
No, but I always felt like that, bro.
Yeah.
And this is the funny thing. So, like in my head, when he said I'm ready, in my head I was locked in.
Yeah.
I said he has a goal. The goal was, I don't know if he wants to say this, but the goal was 100 kg.
Yeah.
I said, all right, we are not going to stop
Yeah.
until then.
Yeah.
And we're so close.
So
now.
close.
We are so close.
Literally.
I reckon three weeks after this comes out, we're there.
You're there.
So I always believed you'll win, and I wouldn't let him stop.
Yep.
Just like I don't let you stop.
Yep.
I don't let anyone stop. But literally like 2 months ago, we was talking, and then everyone always says, "Oh, why didn't you guys film this journey? It's an amazing 100%. Journey. You should have like got on camera." And then he told me, he was like, "Bro, I'll be honest. I've done so many diets. I've done so much training with other people, gone to gyms, and I've never lasted more than 3 months." And he was like, "Bro, I'll be honest. When I first messaged you, I didn't think we'd go longer than 3 months." And in my head, I was shocked. I said, "Wow." So at that time, he was still doubting himself. And I was like, "Bro, I don't care if it takes 2 years.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to get there. I can't let anyone stop."
Yeah.
Like, that's the person I am. If you have a job, if you say, "Carl, I want you to do this, I want you to do that," we can't end until the job's done.
Until you reach the goal.
Yeah, and like we're going strong.
100%.
And like I said, it's been amazing. It's been such a fun journey. An amazing journey.
Yeah. I've obviously always been around because obviously I've lived in the house. I've been with you guys, so I've seen it, and I've envied you guys sometimes because you guys have got really close, really close through that. So obviously, like I said, you started, it was your first client. I remember you said your first run, you had a lot of like, you were panicking, like, oh shit, I messed up. I spoke to Chunks as well, doing research. I've done a lot of research, I told you. And you're human. You're a great human, but you're human. Early days, did you make any mistakes? Like, did you overtrain him?
Definitely.
He got injured a couple times.
Definitely.
Yeah, speak about that.
Definitely. So there's been 2 times.
Yeah.
There's only been, so we've trained, me and Chunks have trained for a year and a bit now. Yeah. There's been 2 times where I've thought, I have fucked this up.
Yeah.
I have completely ruined him. So the first time, like I said, was the run.
Yeah.
The second time, this is before Soccer Aid. So we're like, I'll say we're 2 weeks. No, it's a week before Soccer Aid, right? So I remember leading up to that was, all right, we're going to get super fit.
Of course.
We'll make sure the diet's on point. I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to help cook. I'm going to show you what you need to eat every single day. We're staying strict. Make sure you go to bed on time, wake up on time. He's like, okay, cool. The one thing we didn't really do is stretch a lot.
Okay.
So, now we stretch for ages.
You make us stretch all the time.
Back then, we didn't really stretch that much.
Yep.
So we was holding the pads. And I was just telling him, all right, punch and roll under. Yeah. Roll under. Because that's a lot of stress on the legs.
Yeah, of course.
He rolled under one punch and he let out one scream. I thought he got a heart attack. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I just heard, ah! Yeah. And he just collapsed like on his back. And this is in the garage.
I remember
so
this.
The floor is concrete.
Yeah.
And he just, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like this. Yeah. I'm literally looking at the floor like.
And how long was this from? How many weeks out?
Bro, this is, I would say this was 5 days before Soccer Aid.
Wow. That's the biggest thing of his life as well.
Bro, Soccer Aid completely changed everything.
Yeah, it did.
But I was like, KGD, what have you done here?
Yeah.
So I lifted him up. He's like, bro, I don't know what it is. It's like it was his IT band, like
I struggled
glute minor
well.
around there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's killing me, bro. Obviously, luckily, this is where my degree came in handy. I did sports and exercise rehab, so that's a lot of massage, a lot of recovery. I just bought out all my tools, everything I had, massaging him, using all these tools, taped him up, put ice on it. Luckily, after a couple of days, it was all right. He went to soccer aid, and the rest was history. Yeah, but luckily, it all, like everything else the past year, it all turned out all right.
Exactly. And speaking of soccer aid, he obviously, like you said, he played soccer aid last year. Everyone knows what happened. He missed the penalty. Yeah. But that wasn't your fault. That's got nothing to do with me. But he obviously still early days and you guys working out, so he was still pretty big back then. Obviously, it was big change from when he started, but it was still early. And I was going to speak to him about this if I ever get him on, but commentator Clive Tilsey made jokes about his weight and stuff like that. Yeah. And when he came back, did he have another motivation of, I'm playing soccer next year?
As soon as he came back, I remember, as soon as we came back, I remember everyone was at the house. We went Nando's in Watford, and we just spoke. I was like, bro, this Clive guy, man, like, he was trying to kill you. He was saying some nasty stuff as well. He was. I think there's a thin line between being funny and just really just getting into someone. And I think he crossed the line, and I was like, we're going to make him eat his words. Next year, we're going to prepare, and we are going to make him eat his words. And when you guys see him, this soccer aid, let me tell you guys something. If there's teams out there, championship level, Prem level, if you need a striker,
crazy,
bit of pace and power, strong on the ball, don't hesitate to call him up. Yeah, I'm the agent. I need 20%, but don't hesitate to call him up after this performance because, like I said, I'm expecting a goal. Oh, this is a redemption year. 100%. I'm expecting redemption.
100%.
But yeah, he's in tremendous shape. Yeah, we're all going to be there.
We're all going to be there. It's going to be mad. But yeah, the difference, it's going to be mad. I think and I think you're going to get a lot of praise for this, and I can't wait for this because obviously he played last year, he's playing this year, and after people see him on TV this year, I guarantee there's going to be a lot of tweets that are going to bang. Yeah. Of people putting last year's chunks in soccer and this year's chunks next to each other. Yeah. And they're all going to explode. Yeah. And you're going to get a lot of credit for that, 100%, because you're the main reason why that's the case, and it's mental. I've got one question to ask you. And I've been wanting to ask you for so long. Because I remember back in the last house, you were training chunks, you were proper like the main guy and everything. And I always used to notice this one thing you always had carried around with you, but I've not seen it in a while. Where's the red book?
Let me tell you, this guy is too good. That red book.
Where is the red book, guy?
No, let me tell you something.
Because I remember saying to you back in the day, I want to be in that red book.
Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah, I remember. I still have the red book as well.
And now I'm your client and I've not seen this red book once.
You know what? Everything, I moved with the times.
Yeah, it's digital now.
It's digital. I told you, I was under a rock.
Explain the red book for people I don't know.
All right, so the red book, I used to carry it around, right? And I used to have a format, like his workouts, what he ate, the weights, the percentages of everything, the increments, and I used to write it down after every session. Every time he did a run, okay, he's gone 5 seconds quicker. Okay, he's on 10 seconds quicker, a minute quicker. I used to write every single thing down just so I could track it and just go back. Of course, as time goes on and I learned a bit more and I became better as a trainer, I started doing more digital stuff. So a lot of the stuff now is on my laptop or on my phone, but it's still there. Yeah. Everyone's stuff is still there. Okay. It's all still there.
You're taking notes of all my stuff, yeah?
Always.
Well, that's perfect segue to ask you. You train me now.
Yeah.
How am I doing?
Amazing.
You don't have to say you don't have to say it like that because you're on my show.
Amazing. So listen, guys, I've been watching Sharky train for a long, long time, but you see with me, I'm a guy I just believe in timing. Mm-hmm. When it's your time, it's your time. So I remember he used to train with his guys, with his friends, back in the old house before this.
Yeah, in the garage, yeah.
And I used to watch him like, yeah, man, I can't wait till he joins the program. Yeah. I can't wait because I could see you was working out, but it wasn't a KGD workout.
Yeah.
it wasn't KGD. So I was like, you know what? When his time comes, he's going to be ready. And then you guys came here and I remember you said, do you know what? I want to lose weight. I'm ready. But it's a funny thing when people say they want to get in the gym, they have a goal, they want to lose weight, they want to put on muscle. The first thing is mental. So that you'll see something in yourself and you'll be like, you know what? I want to change this. I want to improve myself in this aspect. Yeah. And then there'll be one moment which is like a trigger. And it happens to everyone. It could be a week after, a month later, a couple months after. And there'll just be a trigger where something's happened to you where you just really didn't like that moment. And then you say, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with you.
It did. And I'll go into, actually for me, there was 2 trigger moments. So there was 2. So the first one was, obviously I knew I was gaining weight. I was putting on weight. It's COVID. I'm not being active. I'm not playing sports. So I'm just sitting at home eating. A lot of people gained weight during COVID, but I was gaining weight rapidly and I didn't really notice. And when I did start to notice, I started wearing baggy clothing. And then I played, first one was I played at a hashtag tournament.
Yeah, I remember.
So that. So hashtag United Spencer Rowan invited me down to a hashtag tournament. I played, and then did well. My team got to the final. It was good. I scored 2 goals in the final, as I do.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and then some pictures came out. I didn't post one picture. I love the tournament, and I didn't post one picture because there's this one picture, and it was awful. I
won't need to show the difference between that one and now.
Yeah, and no one's seen this, so you guys seeing this now on the screen. This was the picture, and this is how I look now, and it's only been going for 2 months, so it's crazy. But so first it was that picture. I got that picture. I hated it, but I put it in my favorites. Yeah. And I was like, I want this to haunt me. I want to look at it, but I didn't really do much about it. I carried on living life. Then I started getting invited to these charity games, celebrity games, whatever. I was doing all right, but I felt a bit unfit. I got tired. And then I got invited to Old Trafford, right? Biggest thing.
That's the big one.
Biggest thing in my life at that point. Played at Old Trafford. We got there anyways, got there late. And I was told I was starting, but then we got there really late, so everyone was already in the tunnel. I had to quickly put my kit on. And I had a large, so I usually wear medium when I'm skinny, large when I was gaining a bit of weight. But large usually looked fine because it's a bit baggy. So I put the large kit on and it was tight. Like it was so badly tight. I hated it.
Yeah.
I was staring at myself in the change room mirror, bro. I hated it. I was like, I don't like this. I had to go out. So I had to go out and play.
Yeah.
I had a horrible performance. And I generally based that bad performance on I wasn't comfortable in the kit. Like I just, the shorts were tight on my thighs.
Yeah.
The t-shirt was tight on me and everything. And I hated it. And I made a mistake that led to a goal. I played horrible. And I'm not a bad player. But I played very bad then. And I remember on the car journey back from Manchester, I was devastated because it's the biggest thing ever. I played at Old Trafford. I can now say I played at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But my memory of that was I played shit, bro. So in the car back, straight away, I think I FaceTimed you. I FaceTimed you in the car.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I FaceTimed you in the car and I said, yo, let's start this. And the rest is history. But that's the point where I was like, I got to change something. I got to change my life. And every time now, now I'm fully into the gym.
Now you're locked in.
Early days, it's very hard to get into it.
Yeah.
And then I remember early days, what would motivate me is remember Old Trafford. Old Trafford. I'd be on the rowing machine, you're killing me.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you know, but there's times I close my eyes and I'm just...
Yeah, and you just lock in and just...
Because I'm thinking about Old Trafford, bro. I'm like, I don't want to feel like that again.
Yeah.
So that was my trigger moments that you're talking about.
Yeah, see?
And like I said, everyone has that. So I just wanted to share that. That was my one. And now I've been going for solid 2.5 months now. Am I a good student?
Very good.
Yeah?
Listen, I think with people, they see, obviously, like Chunks is an extreme case because... Of
course, yeah.
When you hear 40 kilograms in 1 year, you think, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Like, you don't believe it's true.
It's insane, bro.
Because it's so crazy, you automatically think, yo, this guy must be killing him.
Yep.
Everyone has this image of a personal trainer in their head. Yeah. And they think, like Terry Crews and My Wife and Kids. Yeah. You gotta do this. You need more. You're just waking up, you can't move. And it's not always like that. Like, I only ask for 2 things, and you know this. It's consistency and effort. Because that's all gym is. Like, the difference between someone that goes for 1 month and someone that goes for 3 is the old you and the new you.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Of course.
So I only ask for 2 things, and everything else, I'll handle that for you.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah.
I just want consistency and effort,
course.
and I'll handle motivating you.
Yeah.
I'll handle your diet plan.
Yeah.
I'll handle your training plan. Everything else, I'll deal with it. As long as you give me those 2 and you're willing to listen and learn, then that's all I can ask, and you do that perfectly.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I didn't think I'll be going this long. I'll be honest with you. I remember when I was like, oh, I'm gonna start KGDProgram. In my head, I was like, I'm gonna do this for 1 to 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this for 1 to 2 months. This is genuinely my plan. I'm gonna do this for 1 to 2 months. Then by then, I'll get to a point where I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And then after that, I'll probably just go gym by myself a few times a week. That was genuine, I think. I don't think I'm going to stop for a while.
That is music to my ears.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to stop for a while.
And that makes me feel so good because in my head, when like one thing I love about like training, a lot of people say, this is your dream job. Is this that? Like, and like dream job for me is it's a weird like sentiment, but for me it's like a passion. Yeah. Like my passion isn't like training people. I wouldn't say that's my passion, but my passion is seeing everyone I train, their reaction. Yeah. Like when they look back at old pictures and they're like, oh my gosh, yo KGD, thank you so much. When they hit a new like PR in like the squat or deadlift or bench or they go for a run and if they're way fitter or they go for their longest distance and they message me, yo, thank you so much. That's what I do it for. When people look at you that the last game you played, the Gaffer one at Wembley Stadium, you killed it. Everyone's messaging me, yo, what do you do with Sharky? He's killing it. He looked amazing. You played amazing. Like when Chunks, when I go on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, people send me screenshots. Oh my gosh, Chunks looks so amazing. That's what I do it for. Of course. I don't really always need someone to say, it was KGD. I don't have to, that doesn't mean a lot to me. But when I just see the effort that we've put in the gym and it pays off, that's what I do it for, and that's what means the world to me. But
that's a good coach though. That's someone who has like the right priorities. Yeah. You obviously don't just train me and Chunks, you also train Darkest now. Yeah. You train Nico. Yeah. What's that like? What's the differences between all of us? Like what the big differences or similarities in general? I would say there's everyone's not different. Everyone's different, but at the core, you guys are very similar. So you guys don't become the biggest YouTubers by accident, right? It takes a lot of hard work, consistency, determination, discipline. And at the core, you guys all have that. My my job is how do I trigger it? Yeah. Everyone has little things in their head that I need to turn on to get out of them. So with Chunks, like I kind of have to tell him what he can't do. Yeah. So let's say he's had a long day. He's been on a shoot. He's tired. Yeah. And we might be doing deadlifts. His max is 130. So let's say we work at a percentage of that. Yeah. And he's struggling. I'll just look at him like, oh, that's crazy. You used to be strong. What happened to you? Yeah. From that, the light switches on. Yeah. He's ready. Yeah. He's locked in. Yeah. Now with you, it depends on the day. Some days I can do that, but some days I'll go with a better approach. I'll just be like, oh, come on, Sharks, let's go. It's all mental. Because I think with you, you're in your head a lot. Sometimes you're an overthinker because I think everything with you is very, very strategic. With you, nothing happens by accident. You plan a lot. So if one set's bad, instantly you're like, what's going on for a week today? What's going on? You're overthinking it already. When that's just a warm-up set. Yeah. Your body still has to wake up. So with the difference between you two is with him, he'll just go through the motions. With you, sometimes you're in your head so much that I just have to turn that switch. Or let's go, Sharky. It's all mental. You got it the next set. Yeah. I'll go through that route. But there's days where sometimes I have to be on you. Yeah. And I feel like, what's going on? Where's your energy today? Yeah. I have to kill you. Yeah. With Darkest, he's still early, so you have that self-motivation. Yeah, of course. You're still motivated. Yeah. The discipline hasn't kicked in for him yet because he's very early. Yeah. So I don't really have to do much. With him because when everyone knows when you're new to the gym, let's say it's the 1st of January, you just came off Christmas, you have that new lease of life, that motivation. So you're gonna push yourself for however long, but when that ends, that's when discipline comes. And he hasn't reached there yet, so I haven't worked him out yet. Yeah. With Nico, I just have to play Adele. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's true. He loves Adele. Like, how is his gym music Someone Like You by Adele? Bro, so you play Adele and it just switches. That's it. Like, at first it was Kanye. Yeah. It was All of the Lights. Yeah. Literally, I would play All of the Lights for 1 hour. I know every single lyric to that song. If Kanye goes on stage, I can perform it with him. 100%. And now it's Adele. Yeah. I'm like, yo, hey, bro, Someone Like You. Do you know what? I find that funny. Like, there's something about, I love Adele, but there's something about that I find funny. When someone's in the gym, they're like, bro, I need to get pumped up. But please, bro, can you play some Adele? Do you know how funny I find a ballad. It's mad. Normally it's the other way. You're here, I need heavy metal, I need rap, I need 50 Cent. Yeah. He needs Adele and he's locked in. That's it. Mad. If it works, it works. That's exactly. I'm not complaining. If that's what it takes,
I'll take it. That makes my job easier.
That's amazing. Well, yeah. So obviously, like I said, you train me, and I have been playing a lot of football recently, right?
Yeah.
Charity games, and I'm currently 4-4.
That's
Scored
awesome.
4 goals in my last 4 games from midfield.
You're on
It's
a tear.
pretty impressive. Yeah, thank you. But I credit a lot of it to you because every single game I play, I feel a lot fitter.
Good.
Like generally, every single time I play a game, bro, I feel about 20%, 25% fitter than the last game. And a lot of the time, I message you straight after. I finish a game and I message you, bro. I'm like, thank you so much, with no context.
Bro, that's like I said, that's what I do it for.
Yeah. So,
that makes my day.
Exactly. And then obviously, like I said, the last I played 2 days in a row the other days, a few days ago. I scored 2 days in a row. I want to give you something.
Yeah.
I want to give you something because, like I said, I do credit everything to you, and I'm like, the reason I'm playing so well and the reason I'm enjoying my football, the reason I'm enjoying everything, the reason I'm getting all this credit is because you've been training me. So this is actually very important to me. It's very, very important to me. I've got it on the table. It's very, very important to me because it's something where I've dreamed of doing my whole life. Every child dreams of it. And once you have something like this, you want to keep it for yourself forever. Yeah. And if it wasn't for you, I would keep it for myself, but I want to give it to you. Okay. And it's the shirt I scored.
Oh, no.
It's the shirt I scored at Wembley.
Yeah, I needed this. I'm framing this in my room, by the way.
And I want to give it to you, Carl.
Thank you so much, man.
Because if it's not me that's going to have it, I want you to have it, bro.
This kid, look at that.
I scored at Wembley with that shirt. It's the exact shirt I scored. The exact shirt, and I want you to have it. Honestly,
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. I want you to have that. That's all you, man.
This is one of the. There's only 2 jerseys I want, right?
Yeah.
It was this one, because I knew this was a huge moment.
It's a big moment in my life, bro.
This one, and I want this year's Soccer Aid from CHUNKZ'S.
Yeah, I think he'll give that to you.
These 2, I'm gonna frame this.
Bro, please.
Genuinely, this
I just
one.
See the back of it, Sharky.
Bro, you see my room. This is going right onto my bed. Amazing. This one, and in next month, the CHUNKZ'S Soccer Aid is this. These mean a lot to me. I'm very, very grateful for this.
Bro, you're welcome, man. That's
you very much.
Thank you as well. Thank you, bro. Like I don't think I would have scored at Wembley if it wasn't.
No, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something, right? So
yeah, go on.
You guys may not know, like I've said before, I was not a social media guy before this. And before I would say, when was it? I'd say November 2020. The KGD program was in my head, but it was never, there was no KGD program.
Yeah, of course.
There was no Instagram. There was no me, because no one's seen me before. So, like, what I always say is there's 3 founding fathers, other than me, on the KGD program. And that's Sharky, CHUNKZ'S, and my brother Luai. And these guys have been like my muses when it comes to social media, because I just tried to learn every single thing I could off them. So when it comes to CHUNKZ'S, he's the humor guy. So when you guys watch my videos and you just have that little chuckle, that's where I learned it from. When it comes to Sharky, in terms of formatting a video, when to release it, being realistic with yourself, being consistent, how to plan properly. And then Luai, my cameraman, he helps me, my editor. So I have to say a big thank you to you guys, because genuinely, if it wasn't for you guys, there would be no me. So it's like, every time someone praises KGD program, I'll never take the full credit. You'll never hear me say, yeah, man, thank you. You'll always hear me say, I appreciate it, but that was all them. And we're luckily where we have a relationship to where I help you and you help me, and that's what makes it even better, because I'm helping to change you guys' life and you guys have changed my life. And like a year ago, I would have never expected to be here. Yeah. Like I'm not saying it like I'm the biggest guy in the world. I'm maybe 1% of these guys' level. Remember that. But you guys have given me the foundation to hopefully in a few years get close to you guys. And for that, I'm indebted to you guys forever. Like, I'm so grateful for you guys. I don't think I've said it before, but like, I hope you guys really understand nice how much it means to me, because you've helped. Like, remember, I was not a social media person at all. Yeah. Like, around my friends, you guys know who I am, but in terms of KGD program, it trust me, there wouldn't have been a KGD program without them. And now the next venture, which is coming soon,
we'll get into that,
is all you guys again. Like, you guys have put that back through my back to make me believe in myself. To say, yo, you know what, Carl, you can do this. Like, now when I film something, I don't feel nervous. I don't feel out of touch. It's like because of you guys just giving me that confidence, and I'm a confident guy, but this was so far out of my comfort zone, and you guys that was all you guys. So thank you so much,
amazing.
man.
And I'm glad I'm a founding father. And that actually reminds me of our breakfast clubs.
Oh,
the conversations we used to have 10 a.m. every morning.
Yeah, every morning.
Up and we talk about stuff like KGDProgram, where to take it, what you want to do with it. And those were like the early days of developing the program, which is sick. So yeah, let's talk about KGDProgram. You transitioned, obviously you were just training chunks and all that stuff, and you transitioned into a brand.
Yeah.
And then that's why you made a brand, KGDProgram. If you guys don't know, all the stuff's in the description below. Check it out. Honestly, it's some really good stuff. If you're interested in fitness, getting fit, if you want online coaching, one-to-one sessions, hit his page is up. It's all very good. But yeah, you also don't just train us a lot. You do online sessions as well, because obviously because of COVID, you had to do online sessions. Yeah. And now you start doing like one-to-one sessions. So what's it been like doing online stuff?
It's been fun. Again, it's like you just meet so many new people.
Yeah.
And that, like, for me, the more people I can help, the better. So, like, I have clients in America, Australia, all around the UK, and it's great for me because, again, I get to change their lives.
Yeah.
And it's funny because for me, going gym and losing weight or gaining muscle is so simple to me.
Yeah.
It's like for you to make a video, it's obviously there's times where it's difficult, but it's very simple.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I got an idea and I'll make a video.
This is what I need to do. Yeah.
And for me, when someone says, I've been struggling to lose weight, can you help me? I'm just like, that's so easy for me.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, like you're speaking. That is what I do. So I'm so happy that I get to help like more people, which is great. Of course, training you guys is fun because I'm here. I'm like, you're probably the very few that I train every single day, and I'm face to face with you guys. But everyone else, whether it's Zoom, online, through my coaching service, I just get to help a lot more people, and it's amazing.
That's banging.
It's amazing.
So how do people contact you for classes, online sessions, stuff like that?
So kgdprogram@gmail.com. That's my email. And of course you can DM me. If you DM me, I'm probably gonna direct you to my email because it's easier.
Yep.
That's where I can kind of sieve out this unserious with the serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, just message me. I feel like it may take a day or two, but I'm very accessible. I think a lot of people think, oh, he only trains famous people or personalities or influencers.
Yeah, you got a lot of clients.
And it's open to anyone, of course.
Is it open to anyone though? Like
anyone?
Everyone?
No, not. Let me tell you guys something again. I've got many stories, yeah? There is one person that is banned from KGDProgram. He could pay me £500 a session and I'm rejecting it. There is one man, and that man's name is Ilyas Noriega. I want to look into the camera.
Go on, then.
There should be a zoom in.
Yep. He'll be watching this, so go on.
He's going to look at this and smile again.
Yep.
He is the most unserious person, and he knows I'll never train him. But everyone else, just message me. Yeah. Everyone else, as long as your name's not Ilyas Noriega, you can be trained by KGD.
There you go.
But that's not him.
There you go. So it's open to everyone except from one person. So
exactly.
If you're not Ilyas himself, then it should be open to you. Yeah, I wanted to have that out. So obviously, like you said, you did this KGDProgram. There's been times where you've come to me and said, "Yo, I've hit a brick wall," stuff like that. And even in general, early days, I did speak to obviously Ilyas. I spoke to Chunks. I don't know what Ilyas. I wanted to bring this up because Ilyas said he had a conversation with you very early on, something that motivated you. He couldn't remember what it was. Do you remember, or is he just talking crap?
No, he wasn't talking crap, but
he said there was something he said, and you went, you know what, I'm gonna do like this before you started, like, and then you started.
I can't really.
He couldn't remember either, but I just noted it down just in case you remembered.
But yeah, no, he did. But one of the things he said. This is I can't remember the whole conversation, but one of the things, and I think you said it as well, was keep progressing, and of course he's my first client.
Yep.
But go from CHUNKZ'S trainer to KGDProgram.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can.
Yep.
To make that distinction between yourself. And of course, at the start, I had no problem with people saying, "Oh, that's CHUNKZ'S trainer." Of
course, yeah.
But now, and of course, it's beginning to, and every month it's becoming a bit more noticeable, where it's gone from, "Oh, that's CHUNKZ'S trainer" to, "Oh, it's KGDProgram." And that for me means a lot because
of course.
that means that, okay, now I'm working to that position to where people actually know me for me. And that was a big thing. So, of course, in the early days, sometimes like a brand would message me and they would just say, they'll message me to get through to Chunks or get through to you or Nico or Darkest. And now if a brand messages me, they'll say, KGDProgram, we want you.
Yeah.
So that for me is a progression. And that's very important to me because a lot of things in my life is very linear. It's just small increments going up and up of progression, and that's all. I don't ask for overnight success. I don't want to go from like, what am I on, like 14K followers to 1 million overnight. I don't need that. But let me get from 13 to 15, and then 15 to 20, and then progress to other things.
That's how you're going to learn to get improve. You're not going to improve if you just wake up and you just blow.
Exactly.
You won't know the slightest thing because you'll be someone. Let's say you hit 100. You upload a video, it bangs, and you hit 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
You now have 100,000 followers with the mind of someone who has a 13,000.
Exactly.
So you don't have you didn't learn anything.
Exactly.
So you're still just doing the same thing you're doing on 13K.
Steps.
Yeah, exactly. So right now your main thing is Instagram.
Yeah.
Will we see a YouTube anytime soon?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming very, very soon.
Yeah.
I've told. It's already in the works.
Yeah.
Already planned a lot of things. Filmers gonna get done very soon, but hopefully, September, October.
Yeah.
That will be around the time where the videos will start releasing. Again, for me, that's even bigger than Instagram. That's
scary.
It's very daunting for me.
Yeah.
Like Instagram was a big step for me. Now this is like going from Sunday League to the pros now.
Yeah.
This is me like, all right, Carl, this is a lifelong commitment, but I think I'm ready for it. I've learned a lot. I've watched you guys and studied you guys excessively. So I think I'm ready. Same with everything. It's still going to be a learning curve. Every month, every upload every year, I'm still going to be learning, but I am excited for it. It's going to be another fun journey. But yeah, no, it's definitely, it's coming very soon. Very exciting
stuff, guys. So let's get into people who, obviously there's like a lot of young, aspiring personal trainers.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to them for starting out, people that are starting out?
I would say be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's like one thing that I was always taught is there is 100 millions of people on social media. There's going to be someone that's bigger than you. There's going to be someone that's stronger than you. There's going to be someone that's funnier than you. And there's probably going to be someone that looks better than you. But
not you, though.
Thank you
There's
very
no
much.
one that looks better than you.
Thank you very much.
You're a beautiful man.
But don't let that stop you. Everyone has a niche. Everyone has somewhere where they can get into the market. And it's knowledge. Don't stop learning. With the human body, you can keep learning. Yeah. Don't stop learning with everything you do. Just pay attention to your clients. Build a relationship with them. Don't just look at people as money, as that's my 1 hour. I'm done after that. Build that relationship because luckily, like you said with me, you only planned for 2 months. But now we've got a relationship. When we go in the gym, we actually have fun. I'm pushing you, but you're enjoying the sessions.
Yeah, of course.
If I would just looked at you as, that's 1 hour, that's money.
I would have noticed that very early.
You would have noticed it and you wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Of course.
And then I don't enjoy it. Yeah. But I think the thing that really helped me is I enjoy training people and it shows during the session. And because I can convey that, it makes you enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because now you're saying, this guy actually cares. Like, when I'm on you guys, you know I care. If you miss a meal, you know it actually irritates me and it hurts me.
Yeah, big time.
If you don't...
get a lot of shit there.
If I message you and say, what have you eaten today? And you don't tell me the right things, you know it bothers me.
It does. I know it does.
And because I care...
That's the scariest message, by the way. It's the scariest message when you know you've missed breakfast or something and then Carl goes, what have you eaten today? And I don't like to lie. I don't lie. So it's the scariest message because I know when I tell him, he's going to be fuming.
Exactly.
So it's the worst. I even woke up to a message today saying, have your 3 eggs now. Genuinely this morning. Genuinely. I was like, oh, my days. And then you came to my room as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I came. When I got here, I knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Wake up. You got to eat. You got to eat. All right. And then he goes and eats and we work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, has to be done.
That is someone who cares.
Yeah.
So that's your advice to like young PTs. Generally care about your job. Generally care about your clients.
Exactly.
You're changing people's lives.
Like
Legit.
people, they're trusting you.
Yeah.
Not only with money, but they're trusting you with their insecurities, with a part of their life. People, like for me as well, like what I say, I always love is, you have to think of it. When I look in the mirror, I'm happy. I can be topless. I can just be in boxers. I can wear clothes and they fit me correctly. But a lot of people, they don't have that. And for me, it's a crazy thing. I'm like, wow, like I couldn't imagine not doing that. So I want people to have that feeling of putting on something that might have been a bit too tight around the back or the stomach, and they put it on and they message, okay, Carl, it's loose now, it fits me.
Bro, that's the best feeling, bro.
It's an amazing feeling for them. So it makes me feel even better.
I wore jeans yesterday that I haven't worn in 2 years, bro.
See?
To my sister's birthday. Literally.
See?
And they fit amazing.
Like genuinely, I love when I get those messages, and that's a major thing. Is like I just want to help as many people as I can, and I just want to help them reach their goals. Like everyone doesn't want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of
course.
We have to remember, like everyone has their own separate goals. So you might just want to lose a couple kg. I just want to be fit. I want to lose a bit of fat around here. If I can help you do that, then I'm more than happy.
Of course. And if you're a young guy or even an old guy, or whatever age you are, regardless, if you're early on in your career of personal training, literally what you said, I can't say any other words on top of that. Literally exactly what you just said. Listen to that and take that in, because they're very, very key words of advice. Training and gym is obviously people go for the physical aspects. It's you get bigger, you get stronger. What does it do? It does a lot to the mental.
Oh,
it does a lot to the mental.
It's more mental than physical.
Yeah,
your
happiness and your everything. Like, talk about that. Like, what is the biggest like benefits for your mental of training?
So
that people can like.
It's determination, discipline, drive, being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. That we don't always want to wake up to go to the gym.
Yep.
You don't want to finish work and go to the gym. But that's the main component is discipline. You just got to push yourself. If you can wake up at 7 a.m., at 9 a.m., if you can have a long day, 8-hour shift and go to the gym, you've proved to yourself, you know what? It doesn't matter how I feel. I could be tired. I could not be in the mood. But you know what? I'm going to push myself. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to hold myself accountable and do whatever I have to do day to day. And after you're done, you feel so much better because you've proved to yourself now. You've ticked a little box in your head, a checklist of, you know what? I did what I didn't think I could do. And I feel amazing for it. And now, let's say one day you say, you know what? I can't be bothered to go to the gym. I really can't be bothered to go to the gym. And you might happen to have a PB that day. You might beat a personal best. You'll feel even better because bro, it's been a bad day for me and I still bettered my best. You're going to feel amazing. And that's what you got to do. The days that you don't want to go is the days that you have to go. Just push yourself, be consistent, be determined, be disciplined, and you'll see it physically, but mentally you're going to be a much better person.
There was a day where I came up to you and I said I didn't want to work out today.
And that was one of your best days in the gym.
Do you remember?
You was a beast that day.
Yeah, I literally, like, obviously we have a gym in our house, and I went upstairs and we had a workout, and I was like, I'm not going to message him and say I don't want to work out. I want to tell him face to face like a man. I just really wasn't. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't feeling it. So I went up to him and I said, listen, man, I don't know if I could do today. And this guy went, I don't care, get your stuff on.
Exactly,
I'm like,
that's it.
No, I'm being serious, bro. Like, I just don't want to do it today. This guy was like, I don't care, come, let's work out.
Yeah.
And I felt like an idiot, bro. Like, I went downstairs and I was like, fuck this guy. I'll be honest, I was like, but I came downstairs, I got my kit on, I went upstairs and I worked out. And it was good. And afterwards I was like, I'm so glad I worked out.
Exactly.
So there's always going to be those barriers, and there's times where you don't feel it. Trust me. But just do it, man.
Yeah, just do it. That's all you got to do.
Afterwards is the best feeling when you have that shower and you're like
that shower after the gym might be the best feeling ever.
It's a victory shower. It's so good.
Oh, you feel that cold water, that warm water on you. Just like
it's so good.
Man. Chest is all hurting, but I did it.
It's so good. How did this past year change your life?
Wow. So people bear in mind that this was almost not a gap year, but a year where I was kind of just figuring things out. I was never planning to kind of be a personal trainer, but I got to a point where like I'll be on the road sometimes and people notice me. Yeah. And you know how crazy that is? Like I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I'm just a very to myself person, away from social media or away from friends. And I'll be on the train, listen to music, just head down. Oh, are you KGD? I'm just like, huh? What? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I'm the man now.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, people notice me for the job that I do.
Yep.
And it's crazy because, like, I get to do something I love, which is amazing because not a lot of people get to do that. I've even fallen into it by accident, but from the man upstairs, it was probably planned for me, so I can't say it was an accident. 100%. But yeah, you guys like changed my life. I literally get to wake up every day and do something I love, and for me that means the world. Like, it's like I said, it's beyond money for me. It's something where it's a passion and I love it. And I came out of uni a bit lost, thinking, what am I gonna do now? I'm older now. I'm growing up. So I'm 25 now, but when I came out, I'm like 23. Like, you got big aspirations, but you don't know what you want to do. And I've luckily fallen into something where potentially I could create something amazing for myself in the next few years. And like I said, that's you guys, through you guys. Thank God and thank you. That's just changed my life, which has been amazing.
You wouldn't have got there if you weren't good at what you do. So it's obviously
thank you.
Massive credit to yourself as well. And what are your future plans?
So like I said, YouTube. That's I'd say mid to long term goal. Right, my current goal after Instagram is YouTube. Just posting great content. Of course, it's a bit daunting, like I said, because it's going from like a 1 minute video, 30 seconds to 10 minutes.
It's a big change.
Very, very big change, but I'm looking forward to it. Collaborations, hopefully working with some brands. Obviously, it has to make sense for both of us, but I feel like I have a lot of great ideas now, and I'd love to work with any brands, fitness brands, and also a fitness app. That's the long term one.
That'll be nice.
That's because, like I said, I can only reach so many people.
Of course.
So yeah, a fitness app. Right now it's a long term goal. I don't even know how I'm gonna get into it. If you know something about creating an app, or you can share the vision with me, then let me know. But yeah, I'd say YouTube, collaborating with some brands, some bigger brands probably bigger than myself, and then later down the line, app. That's a big goal for me.
Some good goals. And lastly, when am I going to get KGDProgram shirt?
Very soon, brother. Very soon.
I'm waiting for one.
You're looking like you're gonna graduate from the program soon.
I'm waiting for one.
There's a few t-shirts that's in the line that's coming for.
Give me a medium as well. Thanks to you, I'm not large anymore. You must be there. Thanks to you. I'm not large anymore.
But yeah, definitely, I'll definitely get you one very soon.
Perfect. Well, that's been a great chat. I've been going for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I thought that's been a very good chat. Like I said earlier, everything. If you want to reach out to Kyle, find KGD, everything. Check my description. It's all there. His Instagram, his email, everything's there. Watch his content as well. It's not just hit him up and get trained. He actually makes content as well where you can do stuff from home. So watch his content, hit him up if you want to work with him. Follow his journey because his journey is great. He's training us, he's training other people. He's got loads of clients. So follow his journey, post stuff on his stories. He posts a lot of content. And he's a very, very, very special human being. Trust me, he really is. And it's going to go far. And I don't just say it for anyone. He is going to go far. Very determined person. So that's been the SDS podcast with KGD.
Big Showpro.
Showpro, now called Showpro. It's very, very hot in here under the lights.
Sweating.
This gown is killing me. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are listening to the audio version on Spotify and iTunes, make sure to follow me on those platforms because I'm doing a lot more of these one-to-one interviews because I do find people like Kyle very, very fascinating, and I do like getting stories out of people and chatting to them. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe as well, and please hit the notification bell if you can, because you will then be notified as soon as I upload videos.
Watch his videos, man. Please. They're good.
Yeah, I do all sorts. Obviously, I do like normal sports videos, football videos, but these are the things that I love doing the most. So if you guys do enjoy stuff like this and you do enjoy listening to me waffle and talking to friends or meeting people for the first time, hit the notification bell because I'm trying to get these ones done like every week. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you are still here, share it to people around you. If you do have friends that are trying to get into personal training or into fitness, share this video to them. Let them watch Kyle speak and talk about his journey and listen to his advice. But for now, that has been the end of this. I hope you guys did enjoy. I've been Kyle. I've been Kyle. Yep. I wish I was Kyle. I've been Sharky. He's been Kyle. And we're out. Goodbye, guys. Nice one.